Friday, May 12th, 2023. This is the garden walk. Mr. P, are you ready to go? I think he is. We're going to go ahead. These are the native larkspurs. It's kind of the time for them to be up and about. And they're doing pretty good. Those little white things are Queen Anne's lace. It's a wild ancestor to carrots. And here's the English daisies or something like them that I've been wanting to get these guys to grow here for the longest time, and I finally got some established. Because I'm hoping they'll seed all over the place. Because I think they're really nifty. You can have like a whole sprinkling of little white blooms all over your lawn, which is exactly what a lot of people don't want at all. And it looks like he's taking us over here now. These are elephant garlic. And you can see they've got an onion type head here. These will open up and they're going to be like, I'll show you some bunching onions in a minute. That have already arrived. And here's what this land is like if you don't water it and stuff. Oh, my calendula has just opened a couple of blooms. That's since this morning. There's one of them back there. It's the most open. And there he is. Mr. P has to mark so that they know that this is our territory. He's our marker. Yeah, these are bachelor buttons, I think, that are down here, kind of tangled with one of those calendulas. That is supposedly a perennial calendula. You can see it's in the Fairy Morse mix. I promised you bunching onions. These can set seeds, I think. There's some pretty, these are big. You can see the wasp here. Give you an idea of the scale. These things are about 3 inches around. That is the dark world of nursery containers. And then this is kind of a food forest type fantasy. Notice the pink larkspurs. That's a recessive gene, I think, because you can't ever seem to. I've tried to save the pink ones and have just pink seeds for just pink, but it just hadn't happened. And then we have the giant Russian sunflowers here. Plus, there's probably there were oil sunflowers, the black oil ones here. So probably we've got both. The white and rose-colored flowers are radishes. There's some big radishes that have come out of here. I think they're all kind of bolty now. I got a couple in the refrigerator. We're sort of coming down the home stretch on radishes. But I was planning on trying to get in here and getting my back to let me bend over and see if I couldn't show you what they look like down underneath. You seen any good ones there? These are peas, these little with the white flowers. This is an Oregon sugar pea. They probably are not going to do much because of the heat. I think today I just got out because of this cloud cover. It's nice light and it's more comfortable to work. It's like 90 right now, I think 93 or something. but when the sun comes out. This is the fava beans here. This guy's, you can see Mr. Fava Bean. He set some beans. They're not real good, but this guy here and his buddy over there grew over the winter, and they survived 10 degrees Fahrenheit. They didn't like it. They didn't die. So if you are kind of sketching around, thinking about growing some fall things, check them in your climate zone. This is 7B. But you could check them in your climate zone and see how they might turn out. Here's what I was trying to show you before. See the Crimson Giants down there. A golf ball is a good one. There's probably a few in there. Once they start to bolt, they're going to get woody. So when you see that center growth coming up, that's going to eventually become flowers like these on the left here. Once you see those, query whether you even want to pull them, because they'll be woody and fibrous and cruddy. Well, yeah, let's get down in here. There's one that's not bolting. That's pretty good. Radish. Once they bolt, my sort of it depends on what you want to do, but I recommend that you seriously consider not harvesting them, and you can save the seeds, which is very easy. You just squish them up with your leather work gloves or something so you don't get spined by all the little pointy thingies, and then you can do it with your bare hands if you're a manly kind of guy. And then you know what this is, right? These amber waves of grain. That's wheat. Winter wheat. It's been down there since September of last year, and we'll do a close up on some of these heads. These are the guys. These are 5-6 inch long things. Now these in the back are probably dry enough now to. I'm going to do an experiment. I think I can cut a bunch of these heads loose and run them through my little baby shredder, and that'll really knock the berries loose quick. You can flail away at them, most literally, pound on them, walk on them. These are straight neck yellow squash. There's landscape fabric down there under the mulch, and then there's a soaker hose under it, and you can see some of them are kind of dried out and stuff. I had some help putting these in. This is how they should look, of course. That one there. Mr. Shredder was over here this morning, because I have that super daisy. I think it's like a butter daisy or something like that. It's knee high to 3 feet or so sometimes. And I thought I would knock down these lamb's quarters. To give the daisies a chance to come up, and they're in, I don't know, they're in here somewhere. Last year there was big old bunch of them, so I'm sure there's probably 100,000 seeds. I'm sure there's going to be some plants. These just got uprooted by the shredder. I would like to have kept those and let them seed, but everything's all mixed together. Here's some lamb's quarters in well, these radishes you can eat the leaves, by the way, but the lamb's quarters you can too. There's pretty good ones here. They're kind of bitter, but let's see where. Well, I guess I might as well look at the back. Some inspecting going on down here. You never know what he might find, so it's always good to have him inspecting. It could be a bug. Might even be a rat. Here's some more of those. This is an annual here. This purple larkspur. And I'll get the seed this summer. And if you want some, you can have them. I can send you a little bit in an envelope. These are turnips that are seeding out. Those are turnip seeds right there, those little bitty black guys. Brown, whatever. These, since I have the shredder, I'm not saying you need one. We've got an electric shredder over there, a 3/4 horse motor on it. It was originally a gasoline powered. There's two things that are being called shredder. That thing is a little baby brush chipper, and the other shredder is the like 5-foot wide mower over there Mr. Tractor has behind him. I guess you can't really see, you can't see the shredder from here, but maybe I'll remember to show it to you. And yet another stand of these larkspurs. I didn't even save any seeds last year. But what I do is I pull out other stuff that's around these larkspurs, and sometimes I water them. Like they basically can take some watering. Like you'll first see them about in December, and you can basically water them up until even when they're blooming, and then you don't need to when they seed out. You just take the seeds, just crunch them up any old way, the pods. The easiest low-tech way is a pair of leather gloves, and you just take the stuff and rub them. It's perfectly adequate. These are some more of those straight neck yellow squash, and you can see the ones in the pots are doing better. They shouldn't be. That's over there, I think they're I don't think they're maybe got planted right. I had some help keeping me from having to bend my back, but they just kind of were throwing them in the ground. And these are some of these are kind of pretty. These are sedums here. That's not saying anything. There's about 10 billion sedums. Another sedum here. I think this one is the one they call pine tree. And this guy, I don't know who likes Christmas colors. That's Sedum sempervirens having chicks. And this one is sedum starts with an S. It's voodoo is the variety. That guy, I don't know what that is. That's kind of nice. I've had a lot of these rot off, and I don't know why. These, they like being in the packs. And I took them out and I put them in these pots, and then a bunch of them withered. Like this one looks like it's going to do that. As if they'd rotted off, and I don't know why they should have. I didn't keep them too wet, I didn't think. You would think it was, since I've been growing succulents since around, 78 or something, but I probably should know by now how much to water the things. There's some chives hanging in here. You see Mr. P's looking at them. They're right there. That's a garlic chive. It's an onion family thing, and you can chop them up. I haven't used those chives as spices. One time for every year they've been there. I got a pack of seeds. I think I put them all in like 3 or 4-inch pots. And they grew pretty well. And I stuck them in the ground over there by the wellhead so they wouldn't get too dried. So clothes drying in the basket in the sun. Reflected heat. This becomes an intolerable area to stand around in full sun. And then I hang stuff up here, just off of nails up there. And then I don't usually use the dryer for anything except air fluff. That's all you really need. My Gaillardia over here popped out yesterday. I knew it wasn't a native growth, so I knew it was out of one of the seed mixes, but I didn't even know what to put. I didn't even recognize the plant, but that's what that is. It's a something or other. Michaelismosh daisy. It's a holiday. I don't know, Michaelismosh or something like that. And then Gaillardia, I guess, is the genus. It's probably. Anyway, it's a very easy plant to use. If you like that thing, it's very easy to find and not very hard to grow either. Here's some. Now these guys seem to like they took the transplanting okay. Most of them. There's that voodoo. And this is a blue spruce, they call it. It's not really a spruce, of course, it's a succulent. And some odds and ends of succulents. But I lost a bunch of them that I had transplanted and withered away, and it's kind of depressing. Some carts. This was pieces of various things. And here's one that I got from a friend, and that just needed some service, but it's had it now, and that one's a real heavy duty I guess we're just about used our time, so there's the new wheel for the shredder, and there's the shredder, otherwise known as tractor mower. There it is, PTO shaft. Drive thing that looks like a motor is a gearbox. And this is a Ford 8N. And that is Pitbull. He caught a perch out of that. And there he's getting up there, he's going to hunt again. He loves to hunt. He's not any good at it really, but well, I shouldn't say that. I guess I couldn't get a perch out of there without a net. I did a little filling right here, so I put some radish seeds in there. There are radishes coming up. They like the cool weather. There's Lantana Dana. It's got a strong smell to it. That's a gone native plant. An escapee from gardens, they say. And with that, we have walked.